Hi, welcome to Hawaiian Ukulele Strum. Before we get started, go ahead and grab your music sheet that says Hawaiian Ukulele Strum and go ahead and tune your ukulele. So go ahead and pause the tutorial, get your music, tune your ukulele, and come on back. We'll get started in about a second. Okay, so you got your music sheet, ukulele's in tune. Let's get started. So the Hawaiian strum is a relatively simple strum. A couple of things to keep in mind. It's very similar to the gallop strum, but not as, I would say, pronounced, or not as, you don't strum as hard, okay? It's more of a feathering, floating, free strum, okay? Keep in mind you want to be strumming in this area right about here. If you have a small ukulele, or you're going to have less fretboard, but you want to be strumming somewhere around the bottom of the fretboard. The strum is kind of an easy flowing strum, like this. Okay. And let's go ahead and just strum a C chord together. I'll give a 4 count and just kind of follow me. We're just going to stay in the C chord. Just kind of strum it with the same motion that I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all it is. Really lightly, not too hard. Just really lightly, really smooth. Okay, so now the one thing you got to keep in mind is that we're going to be doing a finger brace strum on the first beat. Now keep in mind, I know it on your music sheet you have like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and under the one you got next. Basically that's symbolizing where the accent is, but that's not really how you do it. It's just to give an example to show you that that's what you want to be aware of. However, when you do the finger brace strum, you want to do it, and it sounds the best when you do it on the chord changes, the beginning of a phrase or an ending of the phrase. If you do it on every first beat of every measure, it's going to sound too redundant. It's going to make the sound sound boring and just overdone. So you want to make sure that you use it sparingly. So let me give an example. So I'm doing the finger brace drum. Lovely hula hand. By the way, the finger brace drum, what's different about the strum is that you're accenting every string as opposed to this strum. You hear a difference? Okay. One's a little kind of abrupt and fast, and the other one you can hear like almost every string. Okay, so when I do the accents, let me show you what I'm doing. Lovely hula hands, graceful as the birds in motion, gliding like the gulls over the ocean. Lovely hula hands, kolimanani. Okay? And when they're strumming the song, it's basically like this. Lovely hula hands. Okay? But the accents set it apart. So don't play. Listen to me one time so you can get the idea first. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely hula hands, graceful as the birds in motion, gliding like the gulls over the ocean. Lovely hula hands, okay, so you can kind of hear that the accents were a little louder and then the strumming was more laid back like that. So that's what you want to keep in mind, is that's kind of having that dynamic to the sound, to the tone, and to the volume that you're playing. Now before you go on anymore, I suggest you just back up this part a little bit, listen to the song one more time or a couple times just to get the feel of the song, the strumming, the idea of how I'm playing it. And then when you're ready, we're going to move on. Okay, so let's move on. I'm going to get a 4 count. I'll take it a little slower than the example, and then we'll play the song together. Play that verse one time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely hula hands, graceful as the birds in motion, gulls over the ocean, lovely hula hands, Kuimanani. Good. Was there any rough spots that you had? Try to work them out. If you need to back up the tutorial and kind of listen to certain sections again, by all means do that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play that verse 2 times, okay? 2 times. Not just once, but twice. So we're going to repeat it. Here we go. Maybe a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely hula hands, graceful as the birds in motion, gliding like the gulls over the ocean. Lovely hula hands, Kuimanani. Lovely hula hands, graceful as the birds in motion, gliding like the gulls over the ocean. Lovely hula hands, Kuimanani. Okay, so give that a try. And just the main thing is that you want to keep in mind to perfect it is you want just a laid back, floating, laid back strum, not too strong. In other words, don't strum hard like that. It's just, you know, very laid back, and the accents makes it stand out when you do play it a little harder or a little stiffer. That's where it really makes the continuity of the song and shapes the song's dynamics. So give that a try, and then when you're ready to move on to the next lesson, we shall see you then.